All right. There we go. Perfect. So good morning, everybody. I am Nakia Evans, your host of your Social Media Power Hour Weekly. This week, we have Josh Warren joining us from GRADER. GRADER was a guest at our eXp Summit. And of course, eXp I did not get to attend this year. I normally attend every year, but they send a list of things you may have missed and things you don't want to miss. And of course, I click all the buttons, I check all the things out because I want to stay in the know and I want to use everything new. So they introduced this partnership and discount with GRADER. So I wanted to introduce it to all of my Social Media Power Hour followers. I actually clicked the link, filled in the information. I had an appointment with Josh and I was intrigued with the information. And Josh, you remember I was happy with the information that I scored high on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Zillow, because over the past few weeks on this call alone, those have been the topics of our conversation. So I was really happy about my higher score in those three areas. And I said, oh, would you like to be introduced to some agents who hang out with me on Friday mornings at 10? And of course, Josh took that opportunity to come on and say hello and tell you guys, hopefully you guys did apply for your grades. You put the information in. And if you didn't, you still have time to do it, but Josh is going to give us more information. So welcome to our Friday Social Media Power Hour. And I'm recording this. If it's okay, I will make the link available to our team members if they missed the information with you, Josh. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'd love to get it out there too. Many people, yeah, like Nakia said, we're not a new partner with eXp, but we just partnered like big time with you guys with our digital business card. We're one of your major sponsors now as you guys are continuing to grow like crazy. We're coming in and helping agents as they're coming over from different brokerages or just getting into real estate, really get established with an online presence that's updated, with their current eXp branding, updated with all of the data points that we scan in 8 platforms. That basically the NAR statistics show that these are the 8 platforms that get the most traffic for realtors. So we focus on those. We're the only company that does all 8 of these at one time, and we do a full optimization of your whole online presence. So we go into each of these platforms, we hit all the data points that need to be filled out. We do all the work for you guys. You basically just do a one-time onboarding call with one of our branding experts, and they're going to get all your information, and we're going to go in and then create your whole online presence. So GRADER has been around for about 21 years. We've been doing websites for realtors, and then as the social platforms came into play, they get a lot more traffic than websites do now. So we kind of shifted our resources with our graphics team, our profile team, our SEO teams, and we do a full optimization now for your online presence. Also included now, so we're the official digital business card provider for eXp. Every one of you will have a free version of our card. And then many at the conference, if you were there, if you came to by our booth, there is a luxury version of the Instacart as well. And I can show a couple examples of what that looks like. And then I can send Nakia a QR code that you guys can scan, or a link you can go to claim your card and download your digital card onto your phone. So we can look at that as well. Nakia, are you able to let me share screen?
Yes, I think I made you. I made you co-host already.
Okay, cool. So let's see here. I'll share the screen with you. So I'll just try to show you guys examples. I just got off a call of an agent that just went through our optimization, and she basically didn't have a few of these platforms. So we built those for her from scratch in our product that we have for you guys. You guys get a discount on all of our services. The digital card especially is only $99 a year for the luxury version. But this is just a little quick slide of kind of what we've done. We speak at a lot of brands conferences. We did a lot of breakout sessions at the conference for you guys in Orlando. And there was huge attendance. We registered, I don't know, 200 to 300 agents for our optimization. So we basically are cleaning up the Google search for you guys. If you came to eXp from, Remax or Keller Williams, that stuff lives out there on Google. We'll get rid of that, make sure all your platforms are updated, for this. And then our digital business card is called the Instacard. It lives on your phone like an app, but it's not an app. There's nothing to download. It's actually a domain name that we host for you guys. And so you can actually open it up on your PC. It's the only digital card that you can open up on a PC. When you download it on your phone, it's going to look like this here. So it's all customizable. You have a dashboard. You can change your headshot, upload a photo background. It's the only digital card that has the capability to upload a video background. So if you have a video listing, you can also put that in your background. That's kind of what that looks like there. So super cool feature. If you share it on your phone with somebody, it's actually moving in the background behind your headshot. So it's a powerful digital card. And then I'll show you kind of what we do for you guys as far as the optimization and as far as getting that card loaded for you guys. So this is an agent. So basically it's 87 to 95%, I think, of all your deals are going to start online, right? So the first thing people do when they go to Google is they've got you as a referral. They've got 2 or 3 other agents as a referral. So they Google you guys direct. So if this was a competitor of yours that I had a referral from, and I looked her up, I looked you up, kind of how do you compare yourself, with your online presence. So do you have a Google business page? Do you have a Facebook business page, an Instagram, a LinkedIn, a YouTube channel? YouTube's the #2 search engine in the world after Google. So there's searches in there, not for just videos, but for everything. And then also the 3 realtor platforms, realtor.com, Zillow, and homes.com. Realtor.com, guys, just passed Zillow as the top consumer searched platform for real estate. They pay Google 30% of their marketing budget to have that link appear at the top every time you get Googled as a realtor. So even if I'm Googling her, just her name as a realtor in Florida, she owns the algorithm for keywords that point to her name as a realtor. So everything is lining up for her on page 1 of Google, her realtor, her Facebook, of course, her websites, her LinkedIn, her Zillow, her homes.com, her Instagram. So that's kind of what we do for the platforms that aren't populated for you. Or if you don't have them, we're going to create them for you, just because they get a lot of traffic and there's a lot of free business that you could be getting phone calls, especially out of realtor.com. So in Google Business, there's a lot of new features for headshots, for branding. Now you can add branding behind your headshot now as well. The way things are titled on Google for searchability, our team's experts at that as well. So having all of these platforms talk to each other in that algorithm is kind of what you want to happen. That's how they're all going to line up for you on page 1 of Google. So we basically will go in and do all this work for you after that onboarding call. You're going to give them all this information as far as specializations, all the markets you work in, and then you'll be able to upload what headshot you want to use and everything. And then our team will go and do all this work for you. So if we click on like her realtor.com, there's a lot of data in here that you want to make sure is filled out, and you also want to be branded in here as well. So if someone goes to realtor.com first, which a lot of them do because it is a top link, and there's tons of searches in here. I think there's over 60,000 searches a day in realtor.com for properties and agents. So having your branding here, there is a kind of a black and white image in realtor.com. If you don't have it branded, that's what's going to show up. And if you don't have data in here filled up, you're going to create doubt, like in their mind. Are you still in real estate? Are you part-time? Even if you are part-time, you want to look online like you're full-time and that you're in the game, and you're here to stay. So we'll go in and we'll fill out all of these data points here, make sure your bio is consistent across the platforms, headshots consistent, and your branding as well. This is like your drive-by billboard. So when the mind sees a billboard on the highway, you see it again, your mind just recognizes it. So as they're searching you online, they want to, and they get to your platform like your YouTube, and I'll show you, you'll know that they found your channel because they recognize your branding. Having your service areas filled out, we can add up to 30 in here for you, making sure everything is connected to the MLS, that it's tracking your sales data and your experience. And then also specialization. So our team knows every keyword that gets searched the most for specializations in every market. So they're going to go in and help and add more in here that can help you populate in the search, because they're going to put in their budget, what price range they're in, they're going to put in where they're looking, and then they're going to put in what they're looking for. So we want you to populate like crazy. A lot of our clients are getting 40, 50 phone calls a year out of realtor.com after we've optimized them, and they're closing a lot of business from those leads. So that's a platform you definitely want to, make sure that you're on and you're filled out, and we go in and do that for you. So if I go to her Facebook, which is sometimes a lot of the first place that they go to, agents are getting a lot of leads on Facebook. You just want to have everything filled out. It's the deepest dashboard out of all the sites. They keep adding more stuff to the dashboard. It's crazy deep. We go in and make sure all the settings are clicked the right way. We'll reformat the branding so it pops for each of these sites. And then also going in and cross-linking your platform. So you want to keep them in your digital footprint as they're searching you as a referral. So from her Facebook page, I can get out to all of her other channels and her platforms. So I get here, I can go, oh, cool, she's got an Instagram set up. Oh, she has a YouTube. I wonder if she's got any videos of her listings. I can click right to her YouTube channel and everything is there. I recognize I'm on her site, her channel, because I notice her branding. And then from her YouTube, I can get out to her other sites. Her digital business card is the only digital card, like I said, that you can open up online. We put it on her under her Google page under appointments. And then before we do that, I'll show you one feature that agents really love. eXp really loves this feature in our digital card as well. That's why they want to partner with us, because this is the most important thing right now today, is building Google reviews on your Google business page. So Google has everybody trained for every industry, no matter if it's restaurants, insurance brokers, mortgage brokers, they're searching everything on Google. Your eyes go right to ratings and reviews. So if you're in a competitive situation, you want to rack these up. This is how newer agents are competing. This is how part-time agents are competing, is they're racking up Google reviews because they're not transaction-based. So anybody can leave you a Google review as long as it's a business review. So if it's like, hey, Carrie Walsh is, an expert realtor, she knows this market really well, I recommend her for all your real estate needs. Boom, that's a post. Get that up there and just start racking those up. And so if I go down here and click on her digital card, her Instacard, it's going to take me right to her card, which would be the same thing that would be on her phone. And then within your digital card, your bio's in here, your maps are in here, they can contact you, they can make appointments with you. We customize this whole thing for you as well. And then in your menu bar, it's almost like a landing website. So you can add links in here, name them whatever you want, and then wherever you want to send your customers out to from your digital card, check my home value, home search. But the number one thing is if you text this to somebody or share your QR code, they've got your info, tell them to go to the menu bar and click on Review Me. So I can see her reviews as well if I want to search those. And then I can also leave her review on any one of these platforms within 2 clicks. So within 30 seconds, they'll get to Review Me, they'll click on Google, and they'll get sent right to your box to leave you a 5-star review. So once they're here, they can just hit 5 stars and then post a review, write it, hit post. So it's very fast, very effective. You can actually help them write it if you're standing right next to them and you share your QR code with them. And like I said, it's going to look like that when they open it up on their phone. And then if you text it to somebody or share your QR code, it's going to show up like this. If you text, it's going to be your headshot. That's also what's going to live on your phone. That looks like an app that you just click that to open it. And then you can share your QR code, text it, or email it just like you would any other thing. This is what it looks like when it goes in the address book. They just create new contact, and they'll get downloaded into their address book. So what's cool too is if they can also share your digital card. So if they say, hey, do you know a good realtor? They can say, yeah, I've got Essence card in my phone. Let me send it to you. So they can go find you in their address book. There's a link there they can click on and it pulls up your digital card. They can actually share your QR code, text it, or email it to anybody. So it's a great way to network. Also, every time you share your card with somebody, it's going to track them in your dashboard. So it's going to build you like a leads list of everybody that you share your card with. So you can go back and I'll show you the date and everything that when you shared your card. You can export that into a CBS file and put it in your CRM if you want to. But yeah, it's just a great way to keep track of who you're sending your card to and then being able to follow up with them. So the digital optimization is 8 platforms. The package that we were selling everybody at the conference looks like this here. There's Nakia's grade. If you guys got your grade, this is kind of what it's going to show up as. So it's going to grade those 8 platforms. Sometimes the software can't find a Google page. It searches under like the company name, the team name. It won't give you a grade on those. But if you have those set up, you'll get a decent score. And then we want to get you from whatever grade this came out as. We want to get you through that optimization to 100. The only thing that would prevent you getting from like to exactly 100 would be Google reviews, because the software is programmed to look for a certain amount of reviews. The magic number for Google reviews is 25 to 30 5-star reviews. Kind of changes the whole algorithm for you. That really boosts your searchability in Google. This is the package that everybody was getting at the conference, which includes 8 platforms to get optimized, to get branded across the board with that package. All you're going to do is a 90-minute Zoom call. And our team kind of takes it from there. That's where they're going to get all your information. And then they're going to go in and build from scratch these sites, or go in and optimize them. So Google Business, Instagram, LinkedIn, your realtor.com, which is the most important platform after Google to be on. We're going to customize your Instacart. This is including the luxury version of your Instacart for 1 year. And then Facebook, YouTube, homes.com, and Zillow. So we're going to make sure that all of those are set up for you. You have a solid online presence. When they search you on Google, everything is lining up for you. And then everything is branded for eXp across the board. So we'll personalize that banner for you on that 90-minute call. So we've got images. Lifestyle images are really popular right now. So outdoor pictures of your market. We've got a ton of them saved. They can show you different, examples of other agents that they've built and created these banners for. So that's all kind of custom for you on that 90-minute call, because every agent's different. You're reflecting kind of, what kind of clients you want to attract with your branding. So they're really good at that. At the beginning, you focus on that. So the Instacart is $99 a year. This package includes that for the first year. The optimization at eXp, you get a $300 discount off of that. It's $15.97 one-time cost. There's no monthly fees. This just gets your whole presence set up. If you don't change brokerages or change market areas, you're set up pretty solid on Google for a while. And so you get the optimization for the $12.97. So this package that everybody was registering at the conference was $13.96 one time. You register, you schedule that 90-minute onboarding call, and then our team will take it from there. It takes about 30 days to complete everything after that call. And then you'll be totally set up. They'll do a review call at the end to make sure your branding is solid, good to go. The links are all going to the right places. But this is kind of your foundation of your digital footprint. So before you buy leads, before you worry about what you're going to post on Facebook and Instagram, your content, you want to make sure that the platforms look solid. So if you're driving people and driving traffic, sharing your platforms, your digital card's going to have all of your links right there at the front of it, where they easily are going to click out to all of your sites, your website. We can put these in any order you want, and put whatever platforms you want them to go to right here across your digital card. So they're going to start getting a lot more traffic because you're making it very easy for them to do that. So you want to have your digital footprint, in place. So Nakia, I can put in the chat links to the different packages. We have a split payment option as well, that they can save that link. And if they want to get registered, they can go ahead and get registered, and just making sure that they would schedule that onboarding call, because they are out until I think the second week of July right now, because so many agents at the conference registered. So the calendar is pushed out quite a bit.
And thank you for this information. Of course, we love it. I love that digital business card, Instacart, as well. Can you go back to what you graded me on? Just look at the grading system so the agents will know what they're getting graded on, or what they should look like online, and what they need to look like.
Yeah, so you're going to score a bit higher because you do have a Google page set up. It was searching for your name as a realtor. So your score would be higher, but this is kind of what they're going to, score you on. So Nakia, she's actively, selling as an agent, having branding set up, and here what she has, but we want to get more of a lifestyle image where she can, have her eXp logo on here, her other coaching logos and that kind of a thing, and training logos, and having that really pop for her across the board. And then just getting everything set up here, making sure her sales data is getting tracked. This is great with her service areas. We can max this out even more. And then adding the specialization keywords in here of what they're looking for. So townhouse, condos, row house, like whatever the specialization keywords are for that neighborhood or for your area. We're going to make sure those are in there so that she's populating.
For me, Josh, my problem is that I moved from Baltimore, so everything for me shows Baltimore. And that page you just looked at, I did that in July of 2020. So all of that information has changed. Even
it's still out there on Google though. So
even though it's eXp, my main brokerage now is eXp North Carolina. So I even though I scored high with incorrect information. So now I need
getting all that updated. Yeah.
And I just don't have the time to do it. So this might be this I think this is a good idea for me, you know.
It's definitely it's a time sucker. I mean, you guys want to focus on real estate, right? You want to be out there following up on leads and meeting people, not be wasting, you know. I've talked to agents where they, you know, I've seen some that look really good online when we Google them. And one guy said, I said, how long is it taking you to get all this done? He said 6 years. So it's definitely like a lot of time. It takes our team a little over 30 to 40 hours to get all this completed because it hits every one of our departments across the board. So we definitely know, because we used to just do trainings on all these platforms and how you guys can set this up. And then an aha moment came when a broker said, you know, how much can I pay you? Just do it for me. And so we kind of put together, like, you know, how do we make this affordable? How do we get all these platforms done for everybody? And so we came up with this package. So this is something, you know, when you're getting into real estate, either, you know, starting out part-time, going to full-time, you want to include this in your budget, right? This is kind of one of those first things you want to do as you're paying your eXp fees or whatever fees you got to pay on top of you know, when just starting your business as a realtor. This is one of the things that you want to get in your budget, you know, make sure that you're forecasting that, you know, I'm going to have to spend a little bit of money to get everything started. But this definitely kickstarts you having that Google business page set up and having that populate across the internet. We're getting some really cool reviews from agents that because of those updates in Google business that they're asking, you know, clients that they're closing deals with and getting listing appointments. How did they find them? And they're, you know, first thing is I found you on your Google business page was showing up when I was looking for agents in your area. So having that foundation set up, you know, your Facebook, your Instagram highlights set up, it's really standing out in social media will help you win deals. And then your Instacart, I've heard stories of, like, you know, they've told them, you know, when you sent me that digital card, I was blown away. Like, yeah, this agent's got her stuff together. So definitely that helped them be first in line with that appointment to get that deal. So
Josh, we all have a big question. If you go down to my Instagram and you guys' explanation for my Instagram, I only have a 1, but we have a big question because I do a lot of business from Instagram. So does your scoring tell why I only scored a 1?
Not sure, because it looks pretty solid. It does.
Yeah. So we're trying to figure out.
It could have been searchability of it. And Instagram is one of the toughest for SEO online in Google because everybody has that different name. Okay. So it's searching for your name, like, as a realtor. So when it didn't recognize, like, your name the way it was submitted into the software, that's probably why.
So a good question for you, Josh, too, is because a lot of people have this question. So we were told to put our name, you know, down where I have my name at, but not necessarily there. So is that where we need to have our, like, real name instead of, like,
for Instagram? I mean, it's good to have, like, a handle name. We just want to make sure that all the keywords will add your handle name in the keywords as well on the back end of these platforms. So in Google, it'll find it, because Instagram is one of those toughest ones. And then having your Instagram link, you know, in your Facebook, on your YouTube channel, your homes.com, so they don't have to go to Instagram and search you. They can just click right out. So cross-linking everything really helps Instagram populate. And then we'll make sure it's connected to your Facebook business as well. So if you're posting, you can, you know, post on one and have it hit both to save some time. And then also LinkedIn, there's a lot of new ways to post. And on the review call after everything's done, that's where you can really pick their brains with our coaches. If you need help, what's the quickest way to, upload a YouTube video? How do I do a YouTube short? How do I post on LinkedIn, since that's new that they've just added? They'll take you through that, show you how to do that stuff. Kind of give you a little training on that review call as well.
Okay. And for Zillow, since I scored the highest, can you go to what it said about me on Zillow?
Yeah, let's see.
I thought there was a little section. Oh, right here. Was there a little section that explained each one of these, or?
It's basically just going through what the recommendations are.
Okay.
Like that was your major thing, was your branding. That when we find that with pretty much all the agents, they don't have consistent branding across the board. And then it couldn't find your Google page, but we did find it. And then homes.com, it couldn't find for you.
Okay.
So just making that searchable. Homes.com is also going after Zillow big time. I think I told you on the last call, Nakia, they just got bought by CoStar last year. So they are, they're on the move. They're doing a big data merge right now, but they've got some really cool stuff they're launching. But their mobile app gets a lot, like tens of thousands of searches a day. It's crazy. So homes.com is a powerful platform. So you want to make sure that you're populating in that, because there's free phone calls from that as well.
Yeah, that's going to be important because so I sit on the board of realtors in my former local area, and homes.com is a threat. CoStar is a threat right now to us as residential real estate agents, because CoStar was originally commercial, but they are coming into the residential space.
Yep.
So they are threats to our local MLS, et cetera, et cetera. So homes.com is where we need to put a little bit of concentration. And I don't know if anybody here has a homes.com profile set up, but maybe that might be our homework for this week, is to get our homes.com, because CoStar is dumping millions and millions and millions of dollars to their websites right now. We know about it from the backside.
Homes.com is one of those platforms that as soon as you get your license, you've got one. Same as a Zillow and a realtor.com. So it's out there. It might just be have outdated information. They do an excellent job of connecting to the MLS to make sure, like if you have a listing, if there's a price change, it's all done automated. I think every 3 hours, it updates everything in homes.com. So a lot of agents like, I'm missing homes, I'm missing a YouTube channel, but you do have a homes.com. It's out there somewhere. So if somebody looks on it and it's blank, they might create doubt in their mind if, are they still in the biz, right? Are they still in real estate? So if they look at somebody else and they're like, boom, and they're popping online everywhere, that's what really kind of separates, agents out. So more so than, what you're posting on content and all that good stuff, it's just having your foundation set up first thing. So that's why eXp kind of brought us in, get everybody rebranded us, because they're recruiting so many agents over because of their, it's a great culture, great comp plan. So as they're doing that, what's living out there on these platforms with these agents that used to be with Century 21 or Global Banker, is that stuff still living out there? So getting everything updated, getting peace of mind after you're done going, go ahead and Google me. I'm awesome across the board. I'm populating. And then you'll notice, like right off the bat, you're going to start getting some phone calls, people that are finding you in the Google algorithm.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of reviews on our Google page from agents that have gone through that. We just surpassed, I think I told you on the last call, over 10,000 agents. So we've optimized last month. So we're hitting some pretty good milestones. NAR, National Association of Realtors, just brought us into their Reach program. They're promoting the Instacart as kind of the official digital card for real estate, as well as the optimization service, because we're helping so many agents get established out there on Google right now.
Yeah, it makes sense for us to have this type of information because at eXp, we are recruiting agents from different brokerages, and it really is hard to clean up. I came from Coldwell Banker, so every now and again, I still see myself with Coldwell Banker stuff, and I've been going for almost 3 years now. I'm 1 month shy of 3 years actually today. So
this is a key thing if you're actively selling on Zillow. Zillow still has a big name. They're starting to ramp up more commercials. They're promoting their mortgage side now too. So they're definitely a competitor with you guys, but in a lot of consumers' minds, they go to Zillow first. So if they came here as a first platform for you and it says no sales in the last 12 months, that's a big hit because they look up the next agent and she's got, 17 sales or something like that. They're like, oh man, I'm going to call them because they're doing a lot of biz. They're actively out there. So Zillow doesn't update this for you guys anymore. Once they did their IDX feed stuff, it just messed up a lot of their data feeds. So this doesn't get updated at all. I mean, it lost the sales data for everybody on Zillow. You had to go in and like update it yourself. So if your Zillow's out there and you've got a couple deals under your belt, you want to reflect that like across the board. So you don't want them going to realtor.com and it's not tracking your sales data. And Zillow is, you want to reflect, how you're doing all the way across the board. And then just having that solid, consistent bio as well. We don't write the bios for you guys, but our coaches will show you how to template them and they'll help you format it and give you suggestions on, as we go through that 30-day process to get all this set up. We'll make sure your bio is, in like we have a 3-paragraph format that we want it in because that's how the internet picks up keywords in your bio as well.
Okay.
So you want that kind of consistent across the board. So they're seeing the same message for you on every platform that they go to, and you never know which platform they're going to go to first. That's why we want to make sure all of these are good to go. On Zillow, they can get out to your other links as well. So you can have up to 5 in here, which you're doing awesome here. This is great. You just want to make sure that they're all working. Zillow's infamous for broken links. It'll say error 404, but this one looks like your Facebook is good to go. Let's check your LinkedIn, see if it's going to your LinkedIn page here. So it's always good to kind of check these every now and then. We'll make sure they're all going to the right places. If you want them going somewhere else, you can do that as well.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that they're all, going to your website, going to the right sites that you want them to go to. A lot of times you get broken links. So you just want to like check those every now and then.
Yeah.
So
I just updated mine, so I was happy that I scored a 9 out of 10. Maybe I think at one point because I didn't have sales in the last 12 months, but I am I'm functioning as the director of growth and a sales coach versus active agent. So I was okay with that 9.
Yeah, and then having same thing down here with service areas, you can add a ton in here. So you're populating in those areas on Zillow as well. So we go in and just add all of your service areas down here. So it really does save you guys a lot of time. It's definitely worth the investment. I mean, everybody that goes through that, the most common thing we hear is, why didn't I do this when I first started real estate? Where were you 5 years ago? And so you could just get all this done for me, and I didn't have to spend all that time or worry about if I was doing it right. Google Business is like one of the toughest dashboards to make sure it's set up correctly. So especially with all their new updates for branding, adding more market areas, there's a lot of stuff that we fill out in there because we know how important that is in boosting your searchability, having a solid Google Business page set up.
So there's a question in the chat box, and I kind of want to answer some of it, but I'm gonna let you answer it. They help with optimizing various platforms. If we haven't set up some of the platforms, but they don't have all of the platforms set up. So maybe Dawn may have 4 out of 8. Is there a different program that she can use, or does she need to do the whole optimization? And I know my theory on it, but let me hear yours first.
Yeah, she's going to want to do the whole optimization. Having them set up is just not good enough. Are they set up right? Are they branded, across the board? So we do have a 5-site optimization where you can pick 5 out of the 8. So that's an option that we've got when we do a 5-site optimization, like for like a mortgage broker, because they're not on Realtor, Zillow, or Homes.com. We'll just set up their social platform. So we do have a package that is a 5-site optimization, which is $9.97 one-time cost to get those 5. But you can pick 5 out of the 8 in that package if you wanted to do that one. And I'll put all of these links in here. There is a split payment option. You do lose a little bit of the eXp discount if you break it into 2 payments, just for the optimization. So this doesn't include the luxury digital card, but you can get started with the 8-site optimization for $697, and you would have it 30 days later, have the second payment. So pretty much after all your sites are done, your second payment would be due. But I'll put that link in the chat as well.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Do we have any questions? Anybody want to come on live and ask a question or anything they saw that they did not understand? Or if you did not hear, there is Instacart. There's a free version, a complimentary version, at least for attending this session. And then if you want to go to the pro version, there's a pro version as well. So we want to make sure that you know that as well as a thank you gift for attending today's session. And we all need a digital business card. I strongly believe in digital business cards versus personal cards. Number one, because I always like to text the link, and it is an exchange of contact information. So if I have to text someone a link, I get their phone number and I get their real phone number, especially if we're standing right there next to each other. I get to see if my link made it to their phone. So I don't believe in handing out business cards and not receiving other information. So I've been using, just like my little screenshot of my Canva business card to kind of collect information, but Instacard is just so much better. I have Popple, or I forget the other one I have a couple of them. But having one that is special to real estate agents would be great, because we are in the real estate industry, and especially, we can start with the regular version and then upgrade if you want to upgrade, but I always at least start with the free version so that you can upgrade. And Sheila says that she has a 2:30 call with you today, Josh. So she's gotten her grade. Sheila, you can tell us what your grade was by any chance? Are you adventurous enough to tell us? Sheila has been in social media coaching and training with me for about the last few months.
No, I'll find out then.
You'll find out then. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll look it up then. I'll make sure it's done. So I'll check after the call here.
Okay. Oh, so I saw something in the chat earlier too. So they only get their grade if they scheduled a call with you. I thought my grade was just in there. Is it because I just scheduled a call with you? Is that what happened?
No, you have to go to that link, getyourfreegrade.com.
Okay.
And so they put their information in there, and then it should have emailed you back if it's done, like your link. Open up, it'll say your grade is ready. Click the link, and it'll show you kind of that same page.
Okay.
That we were looking at. So if you haven't got that email back, depending on when you submitted your information, and to get that grade, it takes us about 48 hours to run through our system and for it to create that link for you guys. But I kind of know how our software grades you guys and what it's looking for. Just like if you didn't find your Google page, but when we got on a call and I looked you up on Google, I found it. And so just like, I can probably give a ballpark, grade of what our system would, grade you at.
Well, I need a new one anyway, because I've moved now. So I need a new one, because that one, I need to get it. I need a Nakia Evans now.
Yeah. So it's, doing all the back and forth with Google for that platform is definitely worth the cost of the whole optimization itself.
Yeah, I don't think I have enough time to change everything. And I think if this would have been around, or if I would have known about this when I moved from Coldwell Banker to eXp, this would have been perfect. I mean, the cost would definitely be worth it, because I don't have the time and the wherewithal and to sit. I mean, before it took time, I did it, but it took time away from my business. But looking at like, I think it was realtor.com, that was just some colors I came up with. Like, I don't have any branding online, so that's my main problem. I just don't have a brand. Up until now, I have a brand, so it makes sense that this is actually timely for me if I want to rebrand myself and get everything fixed without me having to spend 30 days. Because if your company can do it in 30 days, how much time would it have taken me to do it?
Right.
And correctly with the optimization words and the SEO words and you know, that kind of thing. So
creating your branded cover image and then formatting it for each platform because they're all different sizes. Yeah, it's definitely a great process to go through, and just having solid across the board and consistency is kind of what you know, you want to reflect. So we've had some great testimonials where they're like, you know, that they thought I was like a digital marketing expert. You know, when they looked at my platforms, and they were like, yeah, I trust her with marketing my house. So just some different stories, you know, different agents. Like I was at a conference in Florida, and this agent almost like tackled me at the conference. She's like, oh my gosh, she's like, after you guys optimized me, she started populating overseas. So she had 2 buyers in Europe come over, and you know, they were luxury waterfront properties, but she sold an $8.5 million property to one and a $5.5 million to another. So she was like over like the hills. Like I've never gotten a call overseas until after you guys optimized my platforms. And I asked them, like, you know, where did you find me? And they said on Google. So she's like, definitely whatever you guys did is working, because I've been getting a lot of calls off my Google business page. So that platform is very important. And then the Instacart, using that review me feature to build those Google reviews, that's the #1 thing we hear back from you guys for the Instacart is there's different strategies you can use where you can, you know, if you've got a database of people, not only that you've sold houses to, but just that, you know, are in your sphere, just text, you know, 5 to 10 a day. Just do a copy paste. Hey, check out my cool new digital card. I want to make sure you have my updated info on your phone. Oh, by the way, I'm also building my Google reviews right now. If you click on review me and go to Google and leave me a review there, that'd be awesome. Thanks. And they're just copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, you know, knocking out 10 of those a day. And then they're just watching their Google reviews just kind of, you know, rack up very fast. Like one agent in the Miami MLS, we're the official digital card for them. And I think she's on the board. She took that on, and she was, you know, sending out like 10, 20 texts a day. Within 30 days, she got over 100 5-star reviews. So she was like, just, you know, I mean, to have that show up when someone looks you up on Google and you have 100, you know, and 10 5-star reviews, like they're definitely they're going to call you for sure. Like, because they're looking at the next referral and they've got 4, you know, makes sense. They're going to call you first. So they call it Google currency, Google reviews. It helps you convert to money.
Yeah, I can't wait to share this video with an agent who couldn't be on the call, because she's been working on reviews. Actually, a conversation we had this morning was about reviews. She had a question because she had gotten a review from Zillow, but it took a minute to pop up. But she would be happy to know. She asked us, what are we using for reviews? She would be happy to know that she could select all of them at the same time to go on all of the websites. But
not a lot of people really care about Zillow, Facebook. I mean, the only review spot they look at now is Google. They just have everybody trained to look at those reviews. So they don't even really read them all. They just look at how many you have. And if you get a bad review, you got to drown it out with more 5-star reviews.
The other thing you mentioned is that when people are actively seeking an agent to market their house for sale, they're wanting to do like a listing interview or listing presentation with you, they're looking online to see how you market yourself, because if you can't market yourself, you can't market them and sell their house. So when you said that, it hit home, and I need to have that conversation when I'm teaching some of these listings classes or listings workshops, is that you have to be careful of how you show up online, because people are watching you to see how you show up, so they know how their product, their house will show up. If you're the salesperson, how will you be marketing and selling their house? So if your goal is a listing agent, need to make sure you're showing up online and marketing, and what your marketing strategy is for your business will convey over into what your marketing strategy will be for their home. So that's important.
Leveraging your followers too. So when you go into that listing appointment, let them know, like, I have X amount of followers on my Facebook, my Instagram, I have X amount of connections on LinkedIn. Don't be afraid to follow other realtors or have other realtors follow you. So if you're in that, you know, listing appointment, you can say, hey, I've got 380, you know, connections on my LinkedIn page. I'm going to post your listing on there. I have a lot of, you know, top agents that follow me. So they're going to see your listing out there too. They've got clients that are looking for properties. they're not always watching the MLS, but if they're seeing it out there on social media, it's popping up on their Facebook feed, and they're seeing, oh, that's a cool house. So it's like, oh, she's got that listing. I have a client that might want to check that out. So you want to use your followers as to help you get that listing. Say, I've got, X amount. Keep growing your followers organically. If you can, go out, follow like all the local coffee shops, bagel shops, restaurants, fitness clubs. Follow all of them on Instagram and Facebook, because in turn, they'll a lot of times follow you back. So you just start building followers. You look like the neighborhood expert, in the market you work in. So just like if you are driving by and you're like, oh, there's a new restaurant, look them up on Instagram, follow them, look them up on Facebook, follow them. So, and a lot of times when they see you're following them and then you're a realtor, they follow you back. So just start growing your sphere, and then, ask other realtors to follow you. Start building that, that network as well.
Yeah. Okay. Carrie wants to know, how do we sign up for the free digital business card, for the Instacard?
I've got to get the link, because every eXp agent has a free version, unless you're really new to eXp. We built, I think, over 90,000 Instacards. Okay. So you've got one. I'm going to get that link. I'll email you the link, Nakia, so you can send it out to them. Okay. Because it's a link where you go and you put your name in to search for your card, and then it'll pull up and it'll say preview my card. Oh. And then click on preview my card, and it'll download it and show you. If it pops up and nothing's there, you could have been new in the database. Okay. And so the info wasn't there for us to create your card. Okay. The other thing is, I put there's my mobile in the chat as well. If you guys want to text me any questions or anything, you can do that. Also, you can email support at realgrader.com.
And Josh, what I did while you were talking, I scanned that QR code in your virtual background, and I added you to my cell phone.
Yeah, that's my digital card.
Yeah, I scanned that, so that's a good idea for us too, to have that, because I did it right while you were talking. I just scanned it, your digital card came up, and now it's saved in my phone. That's
another cool feature. You can export your QR code, and you can use it on all your marketing materials. So a lot of agents will add it to a flyer for an open house. So if they're talking with some people and taking them upstairs, and someone's like, hey, I need your card, scan my QR code on my flyer in the kitchen. That's my digital card. It has all my info. So you can use that on mailers. You can use your QR code. It all directs them back to your digital card, because your bio's there, your reviews are there, everything is there that they can really search for you, and then save everything into their address book. So if you email support@realgrader.com, let them know you're either new with eXp or you need the free version of the card set up. Everybody at the conference was upgrading to the luxury version, so you can have that dashboard. I think the review me link is in the free one. I'm not sure, but if that's not in there, that would be in the premium or luxury version of the card. So for $99 a year, and then having us host that domain, so then you can you can put that link in your email signature. So with the luxury version in your dashboard, there's 4 or 5 different examples with your eXp branding for email signatures that will direct them right to your your Instacard. So you can go in there and copy and paste that into your email as your signature. So you have 4 or 5 different options in there that are included in the premium version of the card. So yeah, doing that $99 a year subscription for that is definitely is worth it to have that upgraded version of the card. So you can have the video capability. I've seen videos, agents where their kids are playing on the beach and it's looping in the background. So yeah, just creating like that. I'm a real person. I'm a realtor. I have your best interest in mind. I got kids. I got a family. So I mean, you guys, you're people. So you want to be out there, selling real estate, and then just staying relevant online with your posting. Don't wait, 2 weeks or something to throw a post up there. So just have something, consistently hitting your Facebook, your Instagram. Even organic videos are like get a ton of hits. Videos of the neighborhood, videos of the view, for the houses. If you're on a run in the neighborhood in the morning, take a video. I've got a couple listings in here. and just promote yourself like on a quick video. It gets viewed a lot more than a regular post does. So it's just more interesting. So they get a lot more traffic.
Well, thank you for your time today. Does anybody have any more questions before we go? We got just a couple more minutes. Any questions for Josh? And I'm going to send out, I'm going to post the link eXp where I found you, Josh, or where I found Real Grader was eXp put out an email about their 9 new vendors for marketing. So I'm going to share that with everybody, and it may have the links that you're looking for. So I will share that.
And I just saw a template of, I think it's like the welcome onboarding kit that they get when they come to eXp.
Oh yeah, so you're in there?
We're in there, yeah. Under it says, you know, get your eXp digital business card here, and it has a QR code that's going to take them to the link where they can claim their card.
Oh yeah, I got to get a copy of that.
Yeah, that's going out to every new agent when they come on board. They get that kit, so we're in there.
Okay. Yeah, I got to see one of those. I got a new agent that just started this week. With her, I want to see a copy of what the new agents are getting.
I don't even know if they're out yet. Our CEO just shared it with us because he was on a call with corporate eXp last week, and he said we're in the onboarding like kit that they get.
Yeah, they just announced it. It started, I think, as of like Monday or something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's cool. You guys are growing like crazy. It's a great company to be a part of.
It's beautiful.
And this is just great as new agents come on board. Like, you know, we have them reach out to me and schedule a call, and I can show them, you know, what we do and how we can help them get all rebranded for eXp and set up on Google with all of the platforms.
It's a smart move on eXp's behalf, because we do have agents that are transferring from other companies, and they do have to clean themselves up online.
And it seems like January is a big month where agents hop around. We do a lot of rebranding stuff in January. Starting a new year, I'm going over to a new company. So cool. Yeah, definitely helps with recruiting too, having like a solid, you know, online presence.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. That looks like it for us. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
See you soon, and you'll be talking to Sheila at 2 o'clock, I think it said.
Yeah, you got it.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
You.
Appreciate you having me. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.